Narayanaaya. Early morning time, respected friends in the Sukshma Rupa and in the Stula. How many sadhakas are doing so many sadhanas? We too have chosen for ourselves to do consciously this 1.5 hour sadhana of studying Shwethashwathara Upanishad and studying Bhagavad Gita. In that Upanishadic study, along with Upanishad, we are also every day doing Veda Parayanam, common sense thought, Mantrocharana, doing the Dhyana Abhyasa, Shanti Mantrocharana, Sankalpa, Upanishad Mantra Parayanam, and then the Upanishad Adhyayana. May we know why we are doing this. May we know how we have to do this. May we do as it has to be done. May we get that result for which we are doing this. The three purposes for which we are doing these are beautify, keep them ready, fit for the grace. Second, invocation of the grace of the Parabrahma, Ishvara, Jagannatha, Devata Gana, Guru Gana, Shastra Gana. Third, through their grace, the single goal of Tattva Anubhuti. That's all. So these are the three clear purposes for which we are here every day. Welcome you all. In our Vedic chanting, we took up Chandogya Upanishad. In that, Pratamodhyaya, 2 khandas we have done. Dekhte dekhte dekho. Let us do the third khanda Parayana. As we are doing it 2 times and then total once. Let us try as long as that energy persists with us. So long, let us do. Start. Om Athaveda Parayanam Samavediya Chandogyopanishad Prathamodhyayah Trutiyah Khandah Om Athadhidaivatam Om Athadhidaivatam Ya eva sautapate Ya eva sautapate Tamudgitamupasita Tamudgitamupasita Udyanva esha prajabhya udgayate Udyanva esha prajabhya udgayate उद्यगन्स्तमो भयम् अपहन्ति उद्यगन्स्तमो भयमपहन्ति अपहन्ताः वै भयस्य अपहन्ता वै भयस्य तमसो भवति य एवं वेद समान उ एवायं चासौ च उष्णः समान उ एवायं च असौ च उष्णः अयमुष्णोऽसौ स्वर इति अयमुष्णोऽसौ स्वर इति इममाचक्षते स्वर इति इममाचक्षते स्वर इति प्रत्यास्वर इति प्रत्यास्वर इति अमुम् तस्माद्वा एतम् इमम् अमुं च उद्गीतमुपासीत तस्माद्वा एतमिमममुं चोद्गीतमुपासीत अथ खलु व्यानमेवोद्गीतमुपासीत अथ खलु व्यानमेवोद्गीतमुपासीत यद्वै प्राणिते स प्राणः यद्वै प्राणिते स प्राणः यदपानिते सोपानः यदपानिते सोपानः अथ यः प्राणापानयोः सन्धिः अथ यः प्राणापानयोः सन्धिः सव्यानः सव्यानः यो व्यानः सावाक् यो व्यानः सावाक् तस्मात् अप्राणन् अनपानन् अन्वाचमभिव्याहरति तस्मादप्राणन् अनपानन् अन्वाचमभिव्याहरति या वाक् सरुक् तस्माद् अप्राणन् अनपानन् रुचम् अभिव्याहरति या वाक् सरुक् तस्माद् अप्राणन् अनपानन् रुचम् अभिव्याहरति यत् रुक् तत्साम तस्माद् अप्राणन् अनपानन् सामगायति यत् रुक् तत्साम तस्मादप्राणन् अनपानन् सामगायते यत्साम स उद्गीतः यत्साम स उद्गीतः तस्माद् अप्राणन् अनपानन् उद्गायते तस्माद् अप्राणन् अनपाननुद्गायते अतो यानि अन्यानि वीर्यवन्ति कर्माणि अतो यान्यन्यानि वीर्यवन्ति कर्माणि यथा अग्निर्मन्थनमाजेः शरणं यथाग्निर्मन्थनमाजेः शरणं दृढस्य धनुषः आयमनम् अप्राणन् अनपानगं स्थानि करोति अप्राणन् अनपानगं स्थानि करोति एतस्य हेतोर्व्यानमेव उद्गीतमुपासीत एतस्य हेतोर्व्यानमेव उद्गीतमुपासीत अथ खलु उद्गीताक्षराणि उपासीत अथ खलु उद्गीताक्षराणि उपासीत उद्गीत इति प्राणः एव उद्गीत इति प्राण एव उत्प्राणेन हि उत्तिष्ठति वाक् उत्प्राणेन हि उत्तिष्ठति वाक् गीर्वाचोह गिरः इति आचक्षते गीर्वाचोह गिर इत्याचक्षते अन्नं थमन्नेहि इदगं सर्वगं स्थितम् अन्नं थमन्नेहि इदगं सर्वगं स्थितम् द्यौरेवोदन्तरिक्षं गीः द्यौरेवोदन्तरिक्षं गीः पृथिवीथमादित्य एव उद्वायुः पृथिवीथम् आदित्य एव उद्वायुः गीः अग्निस्थगं सामवेद गीरग्निस्थगं सामवेद एवोद्यजुर्वेदो गीः ऋग्वेदस्थं दुग्धे गीः ऋग्वेदस्थं दुग्धे अस्मै वाग्दोहं यो वाचो दोहः अस्मै वाग्दोहं यो वाचो दोहः अन्नवानन्नादो भवते अन्नवानन्नादो भवते य एतानि एवं विद्वान् य एतानि एवं विद्वान् उद्गीताक्षराणि उपास्ते उद्गीत इति उद्गीताक्षराणि उपास्ते उद्गीत इति अथ खलु आशीः समृद्धिः उपसरणानि इति उपासीत अथ खल्वाशीः समृद्धिरुपसरणानि इत्युपासीत येन साम्नास्तोष्यन् स्यात् तत्सामोपधावेत् स्यात् तत्सामोपधावेत् यस्यां रुचि तां रुचिं यदार्षेयं तं ऋषिं यस्यां रुचि तां रुचं यदार्षेयं तां ऋषिं यां देवताम् अभिष्टोष्यन् स्यात् तां देवताम् उपधावेत् स्यात् तां देवताम् उपधावेत् येन छन्दसास्तोष्यन् स्यात् येन छन्दसास्तोष्यन् स्यात् तच्छन्द उपधावेत् तच्छन्द उपधावेत् येन स्तोमेन स्तोष्यमाणः स्यात् येन स्तोमेन स्तोष्यमाणः स्यात् तगं स्तोममुपधावेत् तगं स्तोममुपधावेत् यां दिशम् अभिष्टोष्यन् स्यात् यां दिशम् अभिष्टोष्यन् स्यात् तां दिशमुपधावेत् तां दिशमुपधावेत् आत्मानमन्ततः उपसृत्य स्तुवीत आत्मानमन्तत उपसृत्य स्तुवीत कामं ध्यायन् अप्रमत्तोऽभ्यासोऽह कामं ध्यायन् अप्रमत्तोऽभ्यासोऽह यदस्मै स कामः समृध्येत यदस्मै स कामः समृध्येत यत्कामः स्तुवीत इति यत्कामः स्तुवीत इति यत्कामस्तुवीतेति यत्कामस्तुवीतेति इति तृतीयः खण्डः. Just 2 minutes. ॐ अथ तृतीयः खण्डः. ॐ अथाधिदैवतं य एवासौ तवति तमुद्गीतमुपासीत उद्यन्वा एष प्रजाभ्यः उद्गायते उद्यगं स्तमो भयमपहन्ते अपहन्ताः वै भयस्य तमसो भवति य एवं वेद समान एवायं चासौ चोष्णो यमुष्णोऽसौ स्वर इति इममाचक्षते स्वर इति प्रत्यास्वर इति अमुं तस्माद्वा एतमिमममुं च उद्गीतमुपासीत अथ खलु व्यानमेवोद्गीतमुपासीत यद्वै प्राणिते स प्राणो यदपानिते सोपानः अत यः प्राणापानयोः सन्धिः स व्यानो यो व्यानः सा वाक् तस्मादप्राणन्ननपानन्वाचमभिव्याहरते या वाक् सरुक् तस्मादप्राणन्ननपानन् रुचमभिव्याहरते यद् ऋक् तत्साम तस्मादप्राणन्ननपानन् सामगायते यत्सामस उद्गीतः तस्मादप्राणन्ननपाननुद्गायते अतोऽन्यान्यन्यानि वीर्यवन्ति कर्माणि यथाग्नेर्मन्थनमाजेः शरणं दृढस्य धनुषा आयवनम् अप्राणन्ननपानगन्स्थानि करोति एतस्य हेतोर्व्यानमेवोद्गीतमुपासीत अथ खलु उद्गीताक्षराण्युपासीत उद्गीत इति प्राण एव उत्प्राणेन युत्तिष्ठति वाग्गीर्वाचोह गिर इति आशक्षते अन्नं थमन्येहीदगं सर्वगं स्थितं द्यौरेवोदन्तरिक्षं गीः पृथिवी थमादित्यः एव वायुर्गीरनिस्तगं सामवेद एव उद्यजुर्वेदो गीः ऋग्वेदस्तं दुग्धेऽस्मै वाग्दोहं यो वाचो दोहो अन्नवानन्नादो भवते य एतानि एवं विद्वान् उद्गीताक्षराणि उपास्ते उद्गीत इति अथ खल्वाशीः समृद्धिरुपसरणानीत्युपासेत येन साम्ना स्तोष्यन् स्यात् तत्सामोपधावेत यस्यां रुचितां रुचं यदार्शेयं तं ऋषिं यां देवताम् अभिष्टोष्यन् स्यात् तां देवताम् उपधावेत येन छन्दसा स्तोष्यन् स्यात् तच्छन्द उपधावेत येन स्तोमेन स्तोष्यमाणः स्यात् तगं स्तोममुपधावेद यां दिशमभिष्टोष्यन् स्यात् तां दिशमुपधावेत आत्मानमन्ततोपसृत्यस्तुवीत कामं ध्यायन्नप्रमत्तोऽभ्यासोह यदस्मै स कामः समृध्येत यत्कामः स्तुवीतेति यत्कामः स्तुवीतेति ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Wow, what a beautiful initiative we have taken of doing this chanting. That also 2 plus 1 3 times. A good familiarity we are developing with the Chandogya Upanishad as well as the way to chant. Even I am also doing along with you first time. More times done, more spashtata will come. And the best thing we are doing, let there be no doubt whatsoever. Right, friends, in our today's second aspect, the common sense thought. Very simple it is, very important too. So many times we discussed it. Once more at one place, we are trying to put this thing. 7 points we will say quickly. Okay. First is Nishchaya Purvakata. Okay. In that Nishchayata, 3 things. Nishchayapurvakena jnanam. Nishchayapurvakena abhyasam. Third, till Nishchayapurvakena sahajatvam or anubhuti comes. So the firm, doubtless understanding, knowledge, conviction, firm, doubtless conviction based, backed, thorough, continuous practice, then becoming it, making it our own direct experience or natural expression. First point is these three. Nishchayapurvaka samshayarahita jnanam. Second, jnana backed abhyasam. Third, abhyasa leading anubhuti or sahajatva. It should become natural, it should be experienced. In what? These five things, which we every day almost in all classes we talk. One, our outside dharmas as our karma yoga. All our outside dharmas or all our dharmas as karma yoga. Swadharma as karma yoga. Okay? So, what are my swadharmas? How to perform them and convert them into karma yoga. About this, the samshaya rahita nishchaya purvaka jnanam, and according to this nishchaya purvaka jnanam, nirantara abhyasam, till it becomes sahaja to us. Simple. Second point is said. First is applied to all the five things, and the seventh one is a summary of all. So first is Nishchaya Purvakata. Second, first this that Nishchaya Purvakata in our Swadharma Karma as Karma Yoga. Which are my Swadharmas? How to do that Swadharma as Karma Yoga? In that, why and what is the meaning of that Karma Yoga? All that spashtata should be there. We are discussing it every day. Second is our upasana to the Ishvara, Parameshwara, Sarveshwara, Maheshwara, Jagadishwara. In whatever the form you take up, Rupa, Nama, doesn't matter. But our Nishchaya Purvakata in our Jnanam regarding the Upasya Devata, Upasaka me and Upasana. Then that Jnana Purvaka Abhyasa. Then that Abhyasa leading to Sahajatvam, naturality or naturalness, effortlessness, as well as the corresponding Anubhuti there. Ana? All I am having the Anubhava. I am the Bhakta, that Anubhava I am having. And I am doing that bhakti with all the knowledge, understanding, that Anubhuti I am having. And to the Bhakta, the Lord blesses with so many things. And I am having those blessings received. And just like we have just now chanted in that Chandogya Upanishad about Upasita, Upasita, Upasita. So to in our Shwethashwathara we are saying offer everything to the Lord. That is Upasana. See, there, whatever Upasana you do, whichever the place you think, whichever the time you think, the thinking of place, time, all of them become Upasana. You reach to that. Therefore, do the upasana, thinking, etc., always about the Atman. You will reach Atman only. So that was the third khanda which we chanted, now which we'll study again. So the third aspect is our upasana to that Ishvara. Understanding about Ishvara, understanding about Mahima of the Ishvara, understanding about the need of our upasana to him, understanding about how that upasana is done. And there is nischaya in this understanding. We will underline this word nischayata today. All these things we are doing, no doubt, but what we are adding today is samshayarahita nischayata, nischayapurvaka drudata in our nirantara abhyasa. That's what the main thought we are adding today, along with repeating what we have seen repeatedly. Then we become upasaka sahaja rupena, sada sarvada. This is the third point out of the 7 points. So first is what are the nischayapurvakta in the jnanam, in the abhyasa, in the sahajatva and anubhuti. That first in karma yoga. That's the second point. Third, it is in our upasana. Third point. Now the fourth point is also again nischayapurvaka jnanam, nischayapurvaka abhyasa and anubhuti. In our own understanding, niyantrana and samanvaya of our own upadhis. Understanding is understanding. Niyantrana is control, mastery. Samanvaya means coordination. Understanding, coordination, control regarding our deha, indriya, prana, mano, buddhi. In this again, nischaya purvakata in the jnanam, spashtata, that what are these upadhis, who has given us, what are its abilities, capacities, what are their limitations, etc., in what way they are used, that use is misuse and abuse and binding, in what way and for what purpose. If they are used, they are right using and they are cause of my evolution. Regarding the upadhis, this nischaya purvaka spashta jnanam, then accordingly only our upayoga of them, then it becomes sahaja and it is an anumoti. So I am experiencing the naturality that my dehendriya prana mano buddhi, for what purpose they are given, exactly that alone is happening in me. Spashtata. And a fourth point. Obviously, the fifth one is about the uh, Shravana Avagahana about the Paramarthika Tattva. Shravana listening, Adhyena study, Avagahana understanding. In Spashta Rupa about the Paramarthika Tattva. What is the substratum and why that is the substratum? And why and how everything else is not real, it's all superimposed. Then why and what is the need of ourselves realizing that substratum, how to go about it. About all these things, spashta nischaya purvaka jnanam. Through shravanadhyena, manana adi. So to our abhyasa about it, abhyasa of clarity about all these understandings. And sahaja rupena, we have clarity about every of these aspects of Shastra Jnana Paramarthik. Point number 5. Point number last 6, therefore, is naturally doing only that sadhanas of realizing that Paramarthika Tattva. Sixth point. Fifth is Siddhanta Jnana Spashtata. Seventh is for the Anubhava, sixth is the Anubhava. Fifth is Siddhanta Jnana Spashtata about Paramarthika Tattva. Sixth one is Nirantara Abhyasa for the Anubhuti of that. Underline that. In that also the clarity, the conviction, We practice the Sahajata naturality. These are the six things we have to remember. Seventh is uh, we spoke about it in the same bitter way few days back in some other text or context or class. Same we say now also. Ki, what is that stupidity, murkhata in us? Because of which these six things we are doing. And what is that stupidity, murkhata in us? Which is making us do exactly things which are opposite to them. Let us recognize it. And then let us eliminate those stupidities, murgatas, and see that, ensure that nothing obstructs us, nothing blocks us, nothing stops us in doing all these six. This is the seventh one. For achieving which, what are the helps we take? What are the intelligences we procure? We use them. That is left to us. Take the help of Shastra, take the help of the Guru, take the help of the court traveler, in this spiritual path. In which way you can do, we do it. But it has to be done. Think coolly. What are those mistakes in me, shortcomings in me? Because of this, which these six things I am doing. Think, isn't it? Main thing is the first point only, the Nishchaya Purvakata Rahitya. That is because of that, there is Vismruti. Vismruti is the biggest problem. Therefore, the Smruti is the biggest solution. Vismruti is forgetfulness all the time that this is our six things we are here to do. So that Vismruti is replaced by Smruti. And every day morning, every day night, you have to remember these are the six things I have to do, I have to do. So much that all through the day, all these six we are not forgetting even a moment. And as per the time, convenience, requirement, and our planning, among these six, whichever we have to do at that time, we do that. So, that's some time for Atma Dhyana, some time for the Atma Jnana, some time for Upadhi Niyantrana Samanvaya, some time for the Upasana, some time for Sadharma Karma as Karma Yoga. So pakka we are and so perfect we are without any doubt, hesitation, confusion. All these things, six, which have to happen at what time, exactly they are happening. We have to aim at achieving this consciously. This is our goal. अब वर्क पहले स्पष्ट हो जाओ ज्ञान में, देन स्पष्ट हो जाओ पद्धति में, फिर करते जाओ till it becomes natural, direct experience to us. I believe this may be the good idea or summary of what we have to know, what we have to do, what we have to achieve. The rest are the details, expansions, clarities to any of the questions, doubts. But the main are these six things. Nishchayata, Karma Yogata, Upasana Yogata, Upadhi Niyantrana Yogata, Spashtata of Tattvajnanam, and then Tattva Sadhana. Then continuously be aware of what are the obstacles because of which these don't happen, eliminate them to such an extent that not even one obstacle is obstructing us even for a moment in doing all these six things. In that only let us fully spend our days and years and life. All else is ignorance, is delusion, is samsara. Then again, no explanation, elaboration. You already know what is the meaning of all else. All else means all else other than these six. Again, one by one, if I start, it will be a 10-minute topic. You know? So, first one, other than Nishchaya, Samshaya. Second, other than Karma Yoga, sorry, Swadharma as Karma Yoga, doing Adharma. Other than the Upasana to Ishvara, maintaining the ego and Nastikata. Other than the Upadaniyantrana, becoming slave to that. Other than the Adhisthana Tattva Jnana, taking the Jagat alone is real. So too, other than Atma Anveshana, trying to propitiate only our kamanas in the Bahya Jagat through various karma. Finally, instead of recognizing and eliminating the obstructions, we only are creating more and more obstructions and obstacles. These are the six opposite things or seven opposite things we involve in careful रहो उसमें, है ना? दिमाग को तेज लगा बनाकर उस तेज दिमाग से इन चीजों को हमें करते रहना. If we have not done so far, never mind. For whatever reason, it has not happened. Just we realize that they were to be done long back, but we missed them. But never mind. Start doing from now. Every moment is an auspicious beginning के लिए an opportunity in life. So too. But now I am old. I don't have that much time. Don't have this thought even once in dream. We as a jiva have nothing to do with the body. Maintain these two tracks always. One, whatever the bodily prarabdhas happen, let them happen. Attend to it also as much required possible. The other aspect, these sadhanas also you have to keep on doing. These 6, 7 things. इसका अपना ट्रैक है, इसका अपना ट्रैक, isn't it? Be very clear and nowhere any doubt, any ambiguity. Be clear in the understanding. We are having the conviction of that understanding and convincingly involving. ऐसे मजेदार इन्वॉल्व होना है कि किसी को मजाल नहीं है to frighten us, disturb us. And who frightens us, who distracts us, who disturbs us is our own stupid mind. Nobody else. It's all the mind. And in the mind that are only in the form of sankalpas, thoughts and emotions. Only three. वो संकल्प करती रहती है और उसमें अनेक संबंधी वृत्तियां आते रहते हैं and these emotions of fears etc. You just shut up. My intellect is convinced of what to achieve, what to do. And I am doing that as sadhaka. हो गए कम उसी पे ज्यादा जोर दो, बल दो. What the mind says about upadhi tadatmya, the problems happening to the upadhi, especially to the deha, all of that we have to learn the art of mm, conquering that mind's projection of the problems. How to do again, subject is so many times discussed. Be ruthless to say, unnecessarily I became a samsari, having become jiva by identifying with the deha. Now I am the jiva, dissociating from deha and samsara, associating with my own essential self for moksha. Such is my identity. Then the subtle Vedantic jnanams about the sadhanas of I am the sakshi for all these things, etc. That sakshi is chit swarupa, that chit is sat swarupa. In fact, that sat chit alone is the adhisthana for everything. All these every day we are listening, they have to be used. And start doing slowly, the pakad will come, hold. Once the hold comes, like when I get the hold of swimming, it's a joy to be in the water. But in the beginning, little deep the water is fear of drowning. And when I get the hold of driving, even in the heavy traffic, peak hours, आराम से I can negotiate. But when I didn't have the hold in the day's beginning, लिटिल ड्राइविंग डर लगता पता नहीं किसको ठोकेंगे कौन आके मुझे पीटेगा हाँ क्या कौन चलान लगाएगा so to everything in our office in our profession when we are amateur always there are fears but when we continue and become professionals masters in that see the beauty the joy in it it can be a singing it can be a sports it can be an arts it can be a public speaking शुरू में कितना डर लगता है "Huh, पता नहीं लोग क्या ओपिनियन बनाएंगे नोशन बट वंस यू गिव सम lectures 20, 30, 40 then you get all different professional confidence and there's no end to improvement in everything anyway same way let's be from amateur become professional in being spiritual seeker and whenever the mind again projects the fears about the body, the diseases, the old age, death. You just shut up. कितने बार बोला तेरे को? I am Jiva right now in this body came to evolve in my identity with the Adhisthana. I am attending to that. Oh stupid mind, why again and again you are bringing those thoughts? To this body, what's required? I am doing it. I am giving good food. I am giving little walking exercise. I am giving it sufficient rest. Shut up. More than that, don't again and again draw my attention. Isn't it? That's how we have to learn those small but very essential and effective tricks and tips to negotiate. In short, as many movements as possible in a day, we are into the sadhaka identity and into sadhana. We are not into the samsari identity and samsara. सोच लो फिर. Thank you. Lot more can be explained, but important things covered. Krishna Vasudeva, friends, in our today's mantrocharana, we will do the mantra which is done at the end of every actions done, especially puja ityadi, aradhana ityadi done. You know, there are these two very important things. One, doing the upasana to the Lord with total attentiveness, shraddha, and following the steps. Second, having done that upasana, everything offering it to the Lord. And not only upasana, throughout the day, whatever we are supposed to do, all of that is done as an offering to Lord. It's called upasana. Then toward the end, sab unko samarpan. Make an art, habitual art of sarvam samarpada. Because luckily, in our coincidence today, the common sense thought also was that, and what we are studying in the Upanishad also. Bhavanscha sarvan viniyojayed yaha. See that the topic is same. Therefore, somehow this mantra Bhagavan told us to chant today in our meditative mood. Like this, we will do some more 50, 60, 70, 100 mantras for 100 days. Then we take up Gita mantras for dhyanam, Upanishad mantras for dhyanam, and Tattva mantras from Prakaranas as well as Puranas, etc. for dhyanam. That way, every day, this 10 minutes we will be giving for this practice. Right, friends? And today's mantra is so simple, easy for me. Need not explain also in detail. The mantra is Om Kayena Vacha Manasa Indriyairva Buddhya Atmanava Prakrutehe Swabhavat Karomi Yadyat Sakalam Parasmai Narayanaya Iti Samarpayami. So, main sentence is samarpayami. This is a kriyapada. Whenever you want to understand any shloka or sentence, first to dundo the kriyapada, then the karma, then the karta. Naturally, karta is me always. The kriyapada here is samarpaya. And then what is the karma which I do samarpayami? This one. First, samarpayami, I am offering. Always it goes with offering to whom and offering what. So offering to whom? Parasmai Narayanaya. Parasmai Narayana, to the Supreme Narayana, Samarpaya. So Parasmai Narayanaya Samarpayami. This is the main sentence. And what are you doing the Samarpana of to that Narayana? Karomi Yadyat Sakalam. Yadyat Karomi. Tat Tat Sakalam Narayanaya Samarpaya. Simple. Whatever I do, I am offering that to Narayana. So the karta, the karma done, the phala, all of that I offer to Narayana. Nothing is mine. Tera tujko. Same in Shiva mantra also. Yadyat karma karomi tattadakilam shambho tavaradhana. That also will chant one day. So here the second line is clearly understood. Karomi yadyat sakalam parasmai narayanaya iti samarpayami. Karomi yadyat. जो भी मैं करूंगा. Sakalam. All of that. Parasmai Narayana iti. It's only offered to that Parasmai Narayana. Paramanarayana, Parasmai means Supreme. To that Supreme Narayana only I am doing it. With that bhavana, I offer it to him. And what are the karmas, yadyat karomi, which you offer to God? Kayena. So to that Kayena, add the entire sentence. Kayena yadyat karomi sakalam parasmai narayana yati samarpaya. Kayena with the body. So to the vacha yadyat karomi. With vani, whatever I speak. Then manasa, with the mind, whatever the karmas of thoughts, etc. I do. Then indriya irva, with all my other 9 jnanendriyas, because vani is already spoken. So indriya irva. Then buddhiya, with the buddhi, my intellection. Then with atmanava, as a karta, with my individuality. So with the body, with vacha vani, with the mind, with the indriyas, with the buddhi, and with the aham. 6 things. Whatever I do, I offer it to the Lord. Now, it can be explained for a whole lot of time, 1 hour, half an hour, 2 hours. 2 things only we say. From the highest spiritual standpoint, these are all inevitable for us to do because we are born as human beings with so much of prarabdha and duties, etc. We can't avoid doing. But we do, but if we don't offer to Narayana, all of this becomes samsara. Therefore, when we offer it to Narayana, it leads to the purification inside. When we are pure, we can search the reality and realize it. So, बिना किए नहीं रह सकते और बिना अर्पण किए नहीं रह सकते एज ए साधक. एंड देन लेटर ऑन क्या होता है हायर लेवल में when I am offering it to Narayana, then they should be worthy of offering to him. Then the beauty, divinity, perfection, purity starts happening in our every action through all these 6 things. Because we are offering it to Parasmai Narayana. How can it be of less quality? So only great, grand, glorious, noble things only happen through our kaya, vacha, manasa. Like I love someone. Respectfully, I say, I respect you, I love you for this great quality. So I have done this karma of appreciating that person through my speech. That I can offer to Narayana, this karma. No, I can't say you are Gadha, Ullukapatta, good for nothing, useless fellow. So I have done the karma of abusing someone with my Vani, speech, Vacha. Now that I can't offer to the Lord. Because you cannot offer to Paramatma or anybody which is negative or low quality, which is not liked or loved by him. In this way, if we are conscious in this beautiful act of offering everything to Lord, our doings, then slowly that consciousness brings the purity in all our doings, which is very essential. Later on, when all the negative activities gone away, positive only we are doing, them also we are offering to the Lord. The karma phala sakti rahitya ke karana, the heart becomes pure, calm, quiet. And that calm, quiet, pure heart is necessary just to meditate and realize the self, which we are studying in. In fact, have gone through exhaustively in Bhagavad Gita from Shloka 47 to 53, second chapter. That will be more elaborately told from chapter 3, 4, 5, 6. पूरा धमाकेदार हम पढ़ने वाले हैं. Krishna is there to guide us. We are here to study. Understood the mantra? Chant. Om Kayena Vacha Manasendriyirva Buddhyatmana Va Prakriteः Svabhavat Karomi Adyat Sakalam Parasmai Narayanaayeti Samarpayami. One sentence we missed explaining. Prakriteः Svabhavat. Because of my Svabhava, that is my habits, because my Prakriti, that my nature are vasanas. Whatever I am doing. In this, even if they are negative, they also can be offered slowly, slowly, as we said now, because we are offering to the Lord, then slowly our Swabhava becomes positive from negative. When Swabhava becomes positive, then the Prakriti also becomes positive. Swabhava ko positive banaya means our natural habit. What we do regularly alone becomes our Prakriti. ठीक है. ॐ कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृतेः स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि. That parasmai goes with Narayana. But while chanting, we break at each line. The word parasmai, then Narayanaya we do. But actually, the sentence is parasmai Narayanaya. It is samarpaya. ॐ कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृतेः स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि. ॐ कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृतेः स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि. ॐ कायेन वाचा मनसा इन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्या आत्मना वा प्रकृतेः स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणाय इति समर्पयामि. ॐ कायेन वाचा मनसा इन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्या आत्मना वा प्रकृतेः स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणाय इति समर्पयामि. ॐ कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्या आत्मना वा प्रकृतेः स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणाय इति समर्पयामि. ॐ कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृतेः स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणाय इति समर्पयामि. ॐ कायेन वाचा मनसा इन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्या आत्मना वा प्रकृतेः स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणाय समर्पयामि. ॐ कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृतेः स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणाय समर्पयामि. कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृतेः स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणाय समर्पयामि. कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृतेः स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि. ॐ कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृतेः स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणाय इति समर्पयामि श्रीमन्नारायणायेति समर्पयामि. Again, lots of discussion can be done in this. Do it and offer it to the Lord. First, only offer it to the Lord. Tell to the Lord and to yourself that this I am going to offer to God. With that mental preparation, what I am going to do can be more perfect. Like somebody very respectful comes to your house, you are making, let's say, tea, coffee for them. So when you are conscious that this is being made for that reverential person, obviously you do it with more perfection. So too, I have devotion to Lord. Devotion is expressed in the form of offerings. So I am offering whatever I do with all my upadhis to God. Therefore, let me do only the divine, positive, noble things as told by him through Shastra and offer it to the God. Okay? And this Prahlada says, Shravanam Kirtanam, one day that sloka also we chant. Okay? Thank you. Om. 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 Om Sahanavavatu. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo. Om Yerime Gurubhihi Purvam. Shankaram Shankaraj. Nidhaye Sarva Vidyana. Shruti Smriti Purana. Om Viditanamaya Vishadaika Kala. न च किंचन कांचनमस्ति गुरो द्रुतमेव विदेहि कृपां सहजां भव शंकर देशिक मे शरण ब्रह्मानंदम परम सुखदम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपा अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे मोक्षकैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं धर्म संस्थापकानां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति देश निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुघ्न समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अथर्वणवेदान्त कृष्णयजुर्वेदे श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आदिशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षात् ओम नित्यानंदम निराधारम ओम अथ प्रथमोध्यायस्य पारायणम. So let us do the chanting from 9, 10, 10, 11, 12. Om Ksharam Pradhanam Amrutaksharam Haraha Ksharatma Navishate Deva Ekaha Tasyabhidhyanat Yojanat Tattvabhavat Bhuyaschante Vishwamayani Vrittihi Jnatva Devam Sarvapashapahanihi Kshinaihi Kleshairjanma Mrityu Prahanihi तस्याभिध्यानात् तृतीयं देहभेदे विश्वैश्वर्यं केवल आप्तकामः एतज्ज्ञेयं नित्यमेवात्मसंस्थं नातः परं वेदितव्यं हि किञ्चित् भोक्ता भोग्यं प्रेरितारं च मत्वा सर्वं प्रोक्तं त्रिविधं ब्रह्ममेतत्. O Lord, bless us very soon with those golden moments and days wherein unambiguously, clearly, undoubtedly we understand exactly what you are saying in these Upanishads. And we exactly do what you are saying to reach exactly what you are expecting us to reach, in which there is our moksha. isn't it? It's all wherever we are, whether we are in a professional office or we are at the house, whether we are with relations, whether we are in front of the constitution, what they are asking us to do through those words, what they are uttering, we have to have very clear understanding. तो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में ये लिखा है, these are our duties करके, तो I have to understand. So too in my professional office, these are the words employed to communicate to me what I am supposed to do. So too in my all relations, near and dear ones, whether they order me or they demand me, whether they command me, whether they request from me, whatever, through those words, what they are wanting me to do, I have to have the clear picture. That vocabulary I have to understand. Otherwise, how will I do what they want? है ना? Even if your wife says, anyway आप टहलने वॉकिंग के लिए जा रहे हो, आने के समय थोड़ा ये सब्जी लाइए. So when she says that's what, you have to understand the meaning of it. No? Then exactly do that. She's so happy. Isn't it? So half an hour walking किया हो जाते आते दूध सब्जी जो भी है ले गए. Understood words. Here also, Shruti Mata, what she is saying through every word, we have to understand. And we have to remember it and we have to do that. That respect, reverence to Shruti Mata, that you are the most blessed, benevolent, and Shriya Bilashi for me, Suhrut, to let me do what exactly you want me to do. That devotion is not coming to us. That's why what that Shruti Mata is saying correctly, we are not interested to thoroughly understand. The sign of that is not regularly coming to do Shravanam, nor doing Mananam, not doing Chintanam. Shravan Chintan क्यों करना चाहिए? So that what Shruti Mata wants us to do and achieve, to have clarity of it. And Shruti Mata का क्यों हमें श्रवण मनन निधि ध्यान से जानकर करना चाहिए, what she says? Because she is our Shreya Vilashi. What do you mean by that? She tells to us in which our Shreyas lies. Shreyas is moksha. This simple thing we are not understanding. And it's a habit to us not to listen to anyone and not to do exactly what they want or what we need to do to them. And we only listen to our mind's vagaries continuously about bhoga and nidra, and we have become slaves to it. और उतना उस slumber में है हम, slavery का slumber, we are not wanting to come out of that. Such a low level we have all fallen. है ना? Like the Hindu community. Such a low level of internal mutual differences, divisions, fightings we have fallen. That we are not understanding that we are not able to make our India, the whole world, the Hindu world, because of the glory of Hinduism, not fanatism. Not because of fanatic feeling, but because of clarity. Now come together, some forces are acting positively, therefore the unities are coming. सो बी हार जहां हमेशा हारते थे अब जीत गए फर्स्ट टाइम इन द सेंस majority votes. One of the reason is unity. It was a very good campaign and successful. So let the entire Hindu community, irrespective of their different devata upasanas, gurus, sadhana prakriyas, but first come united, then become a strong force. Whatever personal differences are there, there's a different place to attend to them. There are no differences in this world at all. In between religions too. It's only it suits to me. I am given that chance. I am doing it. I'll not disturb you while doing that. Please, you don't disturb. ऐसा होना चाहिए. By the way, that's a big topic. है ना? Such a low level we are in that slumber of listening to our own mind that we are not even thinking. यार ये मन को नहीं सुनना चाहिए. शास्त्र को गुरु को सुनना है. What they want me to achieve for my sake. What they want me to do for my sake. Let me do that. Let me do that. Once this thought becomes powerful, then my approach to the satsanga, the shastra adhyana will be of different flavor. I delve deeply into that shastra and thoroughly study it. Then exactly do that. Like when I really want to utilize the very sophisticated phone given as gift, will I not go through the entire manual thoroughly and the applications and the sophistication that the phone provides? Then I utilize it. It has 100 purposes to fulfill. I use all of them as per requirement here also. So may that thought come to us. Now, friends, in the Chaturtha mantra, we have to see the fourth line meaning as per Bhashyam. The first three lines are exhaustively explained. What is that? The first is karma. Hmm. Ah, Narayan. Arabhya karmani gunanvitani. Gunanvitani karmani arabhya is equal to krutva. Thoroughly explained. Is that meaning in our heart? Just to see. Second line. Bhavanscha sarvan viniyojayed yaha. Everything offered to the Ishvara. Remember, anything is mine called as mamata. To that extent that mamata oriented or related ham called as jiva and jivabhava will be stronger and stronger. With my being loaded as a jiva with the mamata, I can never become antarmukha to realize my essential self. Therefore, it is in our own interest to do the offering of every mamata to the Lord. Parasmai Narayanaya Samarpayami. Sarvan Bhavan Viniyojayet is equal to Parameshware, Ishware, Jagadishware, Sarveshware, Jagan Niyan, mm, uh, Niyantre Samarpayet. Second line understood? Bhavan Sarvan Viniyojayet. Bhavan means every aspect of that karma. The doership karta, the karma done with all its perfections, imperfections, the phala that's going to come, gross and subtler. The gross phala is the outer object to result. Subtler phala is the praise, respect that's given by the people, acknowledgements, awards, rewards. All of that is viniyojayat. Second line explained. Then the third was very essential, wherein how do you see, how do you understand, how do you find that we have really offered tesham abhave. These 20 minutes or 10, 12 minutes yesterday we explained. Taking the help of Bhagavan Bhashyakara's most divine Bhashya for this sentence. Tesham abhave means Tesham Atma Sambandha abhave. There is no sambandha of any one of them with me now, as they are mine, etc. O nahi hai bas. So Tesham abhave. Krita karma nashaha. So all the sanchita karma gets destroyed. That is what we have to reach to. Then the fourth line we have to understand karma kshaye yati saha tattvataha anyaha. Okay. Saha, such great sadhaka, when he does what is said in the above three lines, the entire obstructions to reach to Paramatma Tattva are called as karma. Of them, the kshaya, when happens, karma kshaye yati, he reaches out. Naturally reaches what? To that Brahma Tattva, which is the goal and subject matter of all Upanishads, this Upanishad also. And that Tattva, Brahma Tattva is, you know, see that Tattvataha शब्द दोनों जगह आप यूज कर सकते हो. So कर्म क्षये याति सह तत्वतः. So तत्वतः in reality, whatever is that Brahman, that he reaches. And what is that word anyaha? That anubhuti is anyaha, totally different from the upadhis and their limitations. Okay. If you club tattvataha anyaha as one, then karmakshaye yati saha is a complete sentence. With the karmakshaya, he reaches to that Brahmanubhuti. And what is that Brahman? Tattvataha anyaha, which is different from all the Rupanama which we are seeing and all the cause of the Rupanama called as Panchamahabhutas and their cause Tanmatras and then the Mahatattva including Maya at the total level, individual level as Avidya. इन सबको तत्व कहते हैं. Anyaha, other than all that, is that substratum sahayati. He realizes his oneness with them, which is moksha. This is what is said by भाष्यकार. So I thought पहले ही बता दूं ताकि भाष्य पढ़ने के समय you will be able to catch it. So we are explaining now again only a fourth line based on the bhashya, taking it for granted that the above three lines are thoroughly understood. Well, we have repeated it today also. Now, next one. Narayana ki karmakshaye. What do you mean by karmakshaye? As per Bhagavan Shankara, Vishuddha Sattvo. So the sign of the karmakshaya, as we explained yesterday, is our sattva antakarana is Vishuddha. So the karmakshaya means one vasanakshaya. Karmakshaya is because vasanakshaya has happened, the vasanas are not there for creating kamanas. Therefore, karmakshaya is equal to also kamanakshaya. When the kamana is not there, then the agitations in the mind are not there. Therefore, karmakshaya is equal to the agitationlessness. Okay. Finally, when the agitations are not there, there is no extroverted activity. Therefore, karmakshaya means actual karmakshaya. This beautifully Puja Gurudev says to us in his writings. No, actionlessness because of agitationlessness, because of desirelessness, and because of vasanalessness. उधर से देखो, no vasanas, therefore no desires, therefore no agitations, therefore no actions. That's called karmakshaya. And that state of antakarana is called Vishuddha Sattva. The one who achieves this Vishuddha Sattva, Yati, he reaches out to. What he reaches out to? The ultimate truth only, Brahman. So Yati. And what he Yati? Tattvataha Anyaha. That reality which is other than Tattva. Tattvas. All these Tattvas which go in the making of the world. यहाँ तत्व का शब्द is not parabrahma tattva. Parabrahma is real tattva, which we have to reach as goal. But instead of that, all this other nonsense which we took as tattva, other than our imagined tattva, we reach to the real tattva. That's the meaning. Therefore, tattvataha anyaha yati. How Bhagavan Shankara is explaining it, the answer is no. Yati is understood. Now, tattvataha anyaha means tattvebhyaha anyaha. Tattvataha means tattvebhyaha anyaha. That which is other than these tattvas. To that Brahma tattva, he reaches in his identity. How that reaches in his identity and what are those tattvas? He doesn't want to leave it adhura because the topic is so important and complete. He explains. Therefore, let us also study and understand. So first, tattvataha anyaha means tattvebhyaha anyaha. Tattvebhyaha anyaha means what? Prakriti bhutebhyaha anyaha. Is that Brahman that he will realize. So what do you mean by Prakriti Bhutebhyaha Anyaha? What are those Prakriti Bhutas? That also again he is explaining. Avidya Tatkarya. Now this most crucial Vedantic discussion. Give total attention, pay total attention and give the time and Shraddha. So Avidya Tatkarya is Prakriti Bhutebhya. Means what? Means what is actually is there is always Satchidananda Brahman. That is not realized as that. That state is called avidya. Okay. Not realizing Satchidananda Tattva is avidya. Because of this avidya only, even though they were never there, the subsequent tattvas, starting from Mahatattva, Ahankara, then from the Ahankara, three Ahankara, Sattvic, Rasic, Tamasic. From the Sattvic Ahankara, sorry, yes, so all Adhisthana Devatas. From Rajasic Ahankara, the Jnanendriyas, Karmendriyas, Antakarana. From Tamasic Ahankara, Tanmatras, Panchamahabhutas, Stula Shariras. All of them are, remember, not created but projected. We have studied all this so exhaustively in our Mandukya Upanishad. So where are we lost now? In the objects of the world, in our Dehendriya Prana Mano Buddhi. Isn't it? The entire objects of the world, all these entire upadhis, remember, they all are the expressions of Ana, ki the Panchamahabhutas, Tanmatras, etc. and the Jnanendriya Karmendriya. Where all of them have come, they all have come from the three Ahankaras. Three Ahankaras came from where? One Ahankara. One Ahankara came from where? One Mahatattva. One Mahatattva came from where? One Avidya. That one Avidya has got three gunas. Because the Avidya has three gunas, Sattva, Tamas, the Ahankara also got divided into three gunas, Sattva, Tamas. And from that Sattvika Ahankara, the Adhisthana Devata, Rasic Ahankara, the Upadhi. Tamasic Upadhi means Jnanendriya, Karmendriya, Antakarana, Sukshma Upadhi. From the Tamasic Ahankara, Stula Upadhi. From where they all have come? From Avidya. Means have they come in the sense that they are reality? No. They are projected. Why projection? Because in and through all of them, the Adhisthana Brahma Sat and Chit is there or not? Yes. If Satat Chit there in and through all these things, and if you say these things also are there, how can two things be there in one thing at a time? You know, if there are two appearing at one time, out of them one should be real, another should be unreal. Then what is the definition of reality? Which is always there. Therefore, Satchit always is there, therefore that is reality. For other than that, the avidya and its karya, all of them should be projections. Not having this deep thinking and understanding, we take these projected things so much as real that we are lost in it. Isn't it? Now, through this process of Gunanvita karma taken up, completed, offering all of them to the Lord, ensuring karma kshaya, ensuring Vishuddha Sattva, we will be transcending the entire karyas of the avidya along with the avidya, wherein we apprehend that Paramatma Tattva as ourselves. That will be told in the next line. तो यहाँ तो समझ गए ना अविद्या तत्कार्य विलक्षण अन्य मीन्स अविद्या तत्कार्य से अन्य सो प्रकृति भूतेभ्य अन्य अविद्या तत्कार्य विनिर्मुक्त see all these prakriti bhutas have come because of avidya and tatkarya. So avidya and tatkarya we are freed from because the vidya of the atman happened. When the vidya comes, avidya cannot be, no. So avidya tatkarya vinirmuktaha. So what do you mean by he reaches to that reality en route getting freed from avidya and tatkarya? The way here Bhagavan Shankara defines, explains it, masterpiece, master class. If you have a pen or highlighter, highlight that thing or underline that sentence. Because the crux and essence of entire Vedanta is said here. Listen carefully. What he says, avidya tatkarya vinimukta means chit sadananda advitiya brahma atmatpena avagachan. Chitta, pure consciousness. Satta, pure existence. Ananda, pure bliss. So Chit Sadananda, and that Chit Sadananda is what is named in the Upanishads as Brahma. So Chit Sadananda Brahma. Is this Brahman one per head? No, he is one without second. Therefore, the word added extra is Advitiya. Therefore, Chit Sat Ananda Advitiya Brahma. One idea. Second is that Chit Sadananda Advitiya Brahma Atmatvena Avagachan. That is me only. In this way, having experienced, he gets freed from avidya tatkarya. So, the slimy-less, poisonless, motionless rope when it is apprehended, the poisonous, slimy, and the one which is shaking its woods as if to bite me, that snake disappears. Satatvataha anyaha yati means this. So when the antakarana is vishuddha, that leads to us the apprehension of the reality. That reality named in Upanishad as Brahman. And that Sarupa Lakshana of the Brahman is Chitsadananda. That Chitsadananda Sarupa Lakshanwala Brahman is one without second, it is Advitiya. This is half of the understanding. Second half is what? This Chitsadananda Advitiya Brahman, which is a substratum, is Atmatvena. It is me only. I am that only. This Anubhuti comes. So when the Sat Swarupa Atmaka means the Nija Atmaka, when Anubhava happened, will the avidya stay? Because vidya aa gaya, light aa gaya, so darkness cannot be. When the avidya goes away, then the avidya kalpito, the avidya karya, all these, as we said, the maya is avidya, maya, mahattattva, all of them also disappear. Then who takes place of all of them? Everywhere the Brahman alone will be there. And it's somewhat like when one party wins elections. Earlier was the other party. What happens, The posts remain same. CM post वैसे रहेगा, deputy CM रहेगा, finance minister, home minister, everything. But the people change. So too, all this drama will continue. But earlier, these were given reality status. Brahman was totally neglected, forgotten. Now, all these posts and positions, Brahman alone occupies. Therefore, thereafter, the Brahman alone is the Samashti Aham. The Brahman alone is three types of Aham. Brahman alone is the Adhisthana Devatas, Antakarana, the Jnanindra Karmendra Ityadi Antakaranas. And also the Brahman alone is the Tanmatras as well as the Panchamahabhutas as well as the entire Panchamahabhuta made Stula Jagat. That's called Sarvam Brahmamayam. That's the meaning of Sarvam Hi Etat Brahma. And always that was Brahman only. But Brahma Jnana was not there. Therefore, the Kalpita Rupa Nama we took as real. Now Brahma Jnana came. Therefore, substratum is Brahman. Kalpita Rupa Nama is a Vyavahara. That's it. This is called Atma Jnana. That's enough. That's the moksha. Another thing is what? As the substratum the Brahman, that always remains as it is. The Kalpita Rupa Nama, because they are Kalpita, they will be Kalpita also. One subtle, important truth we have to throughout the life grasp and keep it. That is what anything projected, anything assembled, anything created has to be rejected, dissembled, and destroyed also. Its fulfillment is there in only in the opposite thing. मीन्स एक पेड़ पे एक पत्ता आया तो पत्ता गिरने में ही उसकी सफलता है. Not knowing it, we want that patta to be permanent. ये पत्ता गिरेगा तभी नया आएगा. Not only patta, the branch itself will go, then only other will come. Not only the branch, the tree itself will go, then only the other tree will come. Not only the tree will go, the whole earth will go, then only other earth will come. Not only earth, the total solar system comes and goes. And when all these are happening, the substratum is untouched, intact. That substratum we have to realize. Then the one who realizes that Brahman, he knows I am remaining as intact. On me, the Kalpita Rupanama are only coming and going. They come only to go and they go only to come. Yatasya dhruvam mrityu dhruvam janma mritasya. So the real self when I am there, though there is no fear of death, etc., that's gone. And those things to which there is birth, death is there, they are understood to be kalpita, not real. The moment the kalpitatva of all these jagat is thoroughly grasped and understood, then birth, death both won't disturb us, trouble us. That's called moksha. They are born to die, they die to be born. And what are those which are born and dying? Only the kalpita rupa nama and the adhisthana. Adhisthana is always there, and that is Chitsadananda Advitya Brahma and Atmatvena, I am that. So to realize this, the sattva should be Vishuddha. For the sattva should be Vishuddha, you'll have to do the Gunanvita karma and offer it to the Lord so much that the karma kshaya happens in us. Now the data is given, contemplate. May this give such a deep clarity. May that clarity remain with us so much that based on that clarity, only every moment we are living our life. That's called sadhana, that leads to sadhya. Therefore, prakriti bhutebhya anyah avidya tatkarya vinirmukta chit sadananda advitiya brahma atmatvena avagachan ityartha. Having realized oneself to be the self, which is free from avidya tatkarya, he is liberated. Anyaditi pathe. If you separate the pata, anyat separate, tattvataha you join with Brahman, then tattvebhya yat anyat brahma tad yati iti. That Brahman, which is other than all these tattvas, which is separate, substratum of all these so-called tattvas, that he will yati, realizes his oneness with. That's the moksha. That is the only way for the moksha. All other things are only change of problems. That's it. Not the solution for the problems. Think. May we become so deep in this thinking that atyanta spashta rupena the understanding should come. In that light of understanding, let the darkness of wrong understanding, misunderstandings, no understandings just get dispelled. Yesterday, how wonderful that Leela Devi Rani praised when Mother Saraswati came. After her upasana. What a two beautiful words. Surya Prabha, then Chandra Kirana. You are the Chandra Kirana to reduce the dukkha of my samsara. And you are the Surya Prabha to remove the cause of all of that called as ignorance and give me the knowledge. See that? Shashinibha, Chandra Prabha. Shashi Prabha and Surya Prabha. Chandra Prabha and Bhanu Prabha. Shashi Prabha and Bhanu Prabha. These are the two words. How beautiful that is. Did you think about it? And she asks for two boons. Mother says, Tatastu will study the remaining thing today in Yoga Vasishta in the Leela Upakhyan, Mandavya Upakhyan. So here also, When the light of the knowledge that Sachidananda Brahman alone is Adhisthana and it is reality and I am that is realized, the ignorance gone and all these Stula Sukshma Karana Upadhis are Kalpita because of ignorance, they all go away. Millions of examples. Everything in the life is every day is an example. You know, like your servant came late that day. You do all the kalpana ki these fellows are irresponsible, lazy, lethargic. That is why they remain only as servant. All of these thoughts and bhavanas and krodha, and I'll punish him, I'll remove him from the job, I'll reduce his salary, aaj ka kaat dunga, like a dog. All of those are projections. You know, you ask him when he comes late, kyun aaye? He has different reason. So that his mother, father are ill, they are to be taken to hospital. Or children are not well, or wife is not well, or himself is not well. No, these you never think. And if these problems come, when they come to us, we also really need some attention. No? Same is with that boy person also. Then if you have a little kind heart, you say, Arre aisi thi kya phone karna tha, I would have helped you. If you have even little human qualities. If you don't have human qualities, if you are too selfish, तुम्हें बीमारी भी आ जाए फिर भी तुमको आना ही पड़ेगा काम करने. Isn't it? मैं भी नहीं कहता हूँ, मैं राक्षस नहीं हूँ. If you are not well, take good rest, get well and come. And even I will also do from now onwards, whichever that I am not well, I will take good rest and then come to the class. I'm telling you the explanation and example for how the correct understanding is not there, we misunderstand. In fact, our identity is mistaken. Our ownership with the upadhis is mistaken. The reality of these upadhis is mistake. The entire jagat of Rupa Nama are mistake. Our attachment to them is mistake. Our losing, gaining them is mistake. Our indulging in that them and getting sukha dukkha. Some bakwas hai. Then this is Vedanta. That's the meaning of Jagat Mithya. Then what is Satya, sir? If some bakwas hai, Brahma Satya. One more thought. In that vast infinite Brahman, in one corner, because of that Brahma Shakti only, the entire universe is projected. One corner very vaguely. And we, in our stupid ignorance, that vaguely projected in one corner, that world, so much we gave importance to it and got lost. That the all pervading Brahman, we have totally lost sight of. Like in TV, 1,000 channels are there. उसमें एक चैनल में एक बेवकूफ वाला प्रोग्राम वी आर अटैच्ड टू. So too in this world 800 crores people are there. In that one or two stupid fellows we are attached to as friends. एग्जाम्पल उसी हद तक लेना जिस हद तक वो एग्जाम्पल का पर्पस. Isn't it? Now what is Vedanta? Is that vast all pervading Brahman is experienced as me. And in that, in a very corner, some this Jagat is projected and in that some natak is going on. Put it in another way, suiting to me and disturbing you, involving in Shastra Shravana Dhyana 100% throughout the day so much that vaguely once or twice in a day for 5-10 minutes, you come out of that mood just to have little food or anything to do. That's it. But the whole day is in Brahma Dhyana, which we are doing the other way now. Totally engrossed in the world and world activity so much that once in a day for some time स्वामी जी को अटेंडेंस दे के जाना. कुछ लोग हरिओम कह के चले जाते हैं. They think it is enough. They hurry home. Because of this online, I am not there. I don't know whether you are seated there or not. इसलिए अटेंडेंस दे दिया स्वामी जी हरिओम. And they are gone. Hurry home. Vague. Is understood? Example. That's why I said I like this example. You may not. हमारे जिंदगी में आध्यात्मिक साधना इतना ऑक्यूपाई करना है कि संसार इधर थोड़ा सर्वधर्मान परित्यज्य मामेकम शरणं व्रज मीन दैट ओनली अनन्या चिंतयन्तो माम योजना परिभाषते का अर्थ वही है तत्चिंतनम तत्कथनम अन्योन्यम तत्तद्बोधनम मीन्स दैट ओनली मच्चित्ता मद्गत प्राणा बोधयन्त परस्पर मीन दैट ओनली मनमनाभ मद्भक्तो मध्याजी माम नमस्कुरु का अर्थ वही है. Oh, we have to realize it. Right, friends? In this way, this fourth mantra stands thoroughly explained. If one or two things are missing, you contemplate. Tomorrow we'll take up the fifth mantra. Adissa sanyoga nimitta hetu parastrikala akalopi drishtaha tam vishwarupam bhavavutam idyam devam swachittastam upasya purvam. Another beautiful mantra coming for us to contemplate and strengthen, deepen, widen our conviction about the reality and the conviction to live life of sadhana, to realize that reality, because that is the only solution, permanent solution from problem one to problem infinite. जितने भी समस्याएं सबका शाश्वत परिष्कार उसी में है. Hope this thought is entering as a result of your 5 years of regularly associated with us in these classes. Those are coming regularly, to them, this is the self-given gift. Nobody is giving, you only are taking. Thank you. Om 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 Purnamadaha Shanti 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 Tatsat Brahmarpanam. Have patience. Come for Gita, 20 minutes.